Hello and welcome back to Piece of Chaos. Well, it's 2025. We made it. If you're still with the podcast, really appreciate you. I had to take some time off in November and December. I made some pretty major life changes, changed my job, and just really had to dig in and do some things differently for a little while. I'm coming out the other side of it now in the new year with a little break here, a little time off. And, just been thinking a lot about how I want to spend the next year, what I want to work on. And that includes a bit more of a dedication back to the podcast, but maybe with a shift to some of the guests that I bring in. I'd like to have more frequent guests and maybe a little bit more broad, diverse group of guests. Some topics that I've been exploring over the past few months for sure, and definitely with the advent of my new job, which maybe I'll talk about at some point. This year's going to be an interesting one. A lot of new beginnings, a lot of exciting stuff. So thank you for listening. Really appreciate you. Sorry for the layoff, but maybe you're just getting caught up. Maybe you're just getting caught up, and this one will hit you at the right time. So the other thing that I did over the past couple months, especially starting in November and then now, is I really have stopped paying attention to the news and politics. And it is a welcome change, I have to say. Not that I was that into it, but it definitely took up enough of my brain space that, I worried about it. And don't like to dip in anymore. I really don't want to dip back into it. It's troubling, it's harrowing, it's disturbing. If you pay attention too closely, you could get freaked out. So I don't know. I don't know where that's going to land for me this year. I think it's going to be an interesting couple of months as, we see what happens with the election. Is that really loud, that humming? Hold on, let me turn that off. Yeah, it was really loud. Sorry about that. Little space heater in here. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting year, I think, in politics. Certainly seems to be something going on with Elon Musk all of a sudden, going from, rockets and cars to Twitter and politics. Have to say, not a welcome change from my perspective. I liked him doing rockets and cars. I feel like his talents were very well used in those departments. Built some crazy rockets, built some crazy cars. But yeah, I've taken a bit of a news diet, and but man, today is New Year's Day 2025, and waking up to what seems to be another terror attack. This one really just gross, terrible. Running over people on Bourbon Street. Like, it's just... We have this mind virus in the world that is seems unshakable, and maybe has always been and will always be. It may just take different forms, but good and evil seem to be real, right? They seem to be at war with each other, always, forever. Logic doesn't win. It doesn't matter if it's, you could argue that religion plays a big role in it, but I think it does, but it's also deeper than that. Like, this before organized religions, did humans fight each other for resources? Did they conquer each other for survival? None of it makes sense, really. I had the weirdest thought when I was just before I came in here. The comfort that we enjoy has not really been around for that long. Not fighting for resources, not wondering, how you're going to survive. Like living in a house with a refrigerator full of food is not normal in the world for that long, which is crazy to think about. And it's a miracle that we've figured out how to survive, to, manage our environment such that we can survive very easily in the world. It's a miracle. And yet, while that's going on simultaneously, for some reason, some people think it's necessary to kill other people for what they believe, or what they believe they should believe, or what they don't believe, or, it's crazy that ideology can lead to that kind of thing. Protecting yourself and protecting your family is very different than fighting for ideology. I don't know. It's just crazy to think about, to watch, and I feel terrible for the people that are suffering and lost their lives in these tragedies. Every single one of them, senseless. Terrible. And so, I don't know if maybe being a bit removed from stand-up comedy on a regular basis that I have, as I have been. I don't know, maybe I'm getting more serious. I don't know what it is. Maybe just reflection on the year. It's kids growing up and watching how they evolve and just been real in my head these last couple months, if I'm being honest, and trying to figure out some peace of this chaos, man. And it is difficult to balance everything. It is difficult to keep all the plates spinning, as they say. But still a miracle. We're here. We're alive. We made it through another year. It's 2025. This is the year. It's a big year for my family. My daughter will graduate from high school. That is crazy to me to think about. Very excited for her, for the next part of her journey. I think there's going to be good things happening with my band, the Temple of the Dads. We seem to have a very steady growth trajectory, and people finding out about us and hearing about us and coming to see us. And, obviously Jacob's social media presence helps a lot there. We get a lot more people see us as a result, which is great. But even just locally, the shows that we play, the response that we get. Two things in particular really stood out in my mind that make me really proud to be in this band. I think it is a really, really excellent cover band. We are playing these songs. We didn't write them, but we are playing them as true as possible to the artists as we can get. It's really interesting to be in this band and to work with this band and realize that we're all very critical of our own play, very studied. We all work really hard on our parts and think them through. My guitar player, Chris, is a technician. He dials in sounds and tone so well to suit the music, to suit the genres, to suit the different drummers, the different guitarists and sounds, the diverse sounds. We have to have, I don't know, maybe might be 8 or 9 guitars on stage for our show because of all the different tunings and things like that. It's incredible. I try to do my best to mimic the drummers, and I think some of my favorite drummers that I respect so much, I get to play their songs, and I hope I do them justice. And I think I do. I think we do. I think we're a good rock band, and I think we're excellent at playing the 90s songs. I think we execute them very well, and we have a good time. And so I think there's going to be good things going there. And 2 things that people have said at shows, which are really, a compliment and just a wonderful thing that people have said. One said that we're like an amazing jukebox because we play so many different bands, and the order of songs that we play. It's like being at your favorite jukebox if you love 90s music, and just one after another banger song, great songs. And I think that we pick enough obscure ones that we get the real fans of the music, not just playing the singles that were out. And sometimes there's only one person at the show who knows the band we're playing. When we play like Sunny Day Real Estate or Hum, these sort of obscure, not huge bands from the 90s that, didn't get a lot of radio play, but real fans really liked. And one person at a show is like, oh my God, that was my favorite band. It makes it so much better. I mean, we love playing the song, obviously, because we love it, but making sure it hits a fan is really cool. So that was one thing. The jukebox thing was really cool. And then another guy who I've met a lot over the years, he's a journalist. He's come to see us. He used to come see us do comedy, and he would always plug us locally. This Matt McKee, and he was at the show, and he was pretty blown away after the show, and he said something along the lines of, "Man, if every cover band was trying to do what you guys are doing, I would pay way more attention to cover bands." And I thought that was a really, really great compliment. He was like, I didn't expect to walk into this bar tonight and see a band absolutely tear the house down playing Drown by the Smashing Pumpkins. It is not a big radio hit for the Smashing Pumpkins. It was a track off the Singles soundtrack. So first of all, that's a big 90s movie, but I don't know if it was like a blockbuster, but it was big. The soundtrack was incredible. All these 90s bands, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Smashing Pumpkins. We will also be playing State of Love and Trust from that record. We play, what's the Screaming Trees song, Nearly Lost You. So we play a couple songs off that soundtrack. And it is like, man, I want to go see my band. If I ended up in a bar and saw a band doing what we're doing, I'd be pretty excited too. And I think we're pulling it off. So that's really fun. So I think they're going to have a lot of good stuff happening in 2025 for Temple of the Dads. So if you're not already following us on Instagram, please follow us on Instagram. So I'm going to have some more guests this year. Might start dipping into some business colleagues because I'm working on some really interesting things now. My worlds are kind of colliding in the business world, and I find it really fascinating. And some of the stuff is pretty cool and pretty exciting, and talking about it here helps me think about it. If I can get some of my associates to join and we can geek out on some of this stuff, who knows what kind of ideas might come around. So, I think I'm getting to the point where the things that I'm working on are bigger than me and, probably require deep thought and introspection, but also ideas and conversations with people that are way smarter than me. And maybe we'll make something great together. So, so I might have some of that. I'll still keep bringing back some comedy from time to time. My friends in the comedy world. Obviously, Blake will be back on. Blake Wexler is always a favorite. But one of my good friends, Andy Peters, has moved out of LA and he now lives in Detroit. I want to have him on soon. I'm expecting to have Kim Crawl back in the new year. Maybe Sam Hale. It's been a while since I spoke with her. There's been a number of folks I want to get back with this new year and catch up with. Jenna Brister, obviously, she's been a guest many times and always great talking to her. And so, it's just a matter of booking people's time. It was a lot easier during the pandemic because everybody was home, and we're so far past that now that people's schedules are much more difficult to wrangle. Although for an audio-only podcast, it's not too bad. I think I can pull it off. And also I want to have some conversations about music. We've had some of the most incredible conversations, after band practice or after a show, sitting around shooting the shit. And, I'd like you guys to get to know my bandmates a little bit more. My Mariner 9 bandmates, my Kettle bandmates. By the way, my good friend Jeff Campbell, who was in Kettle with me, has a new band called Pack of Larks. And it is some of the best shit I've ever heard him do. So please check that out. They have an EP coming out soon. Brian McTeer recorded it at the incredible Minor Street in Philadelphia. And it is really good. Like, I'm so proud of him. It's the best stuff I've heard him do in a while. And it's really good. Really like that new EP, Pack of Larks. I like the name, too. The name's good. I think it's a pack of cigarettes. I think Larks were cigarettes in the 70s. So it's really cool. I'm psyched for him. And recommitting to my reading this year. I've fallen off desperately from reading this year, but I bought a number of books in 2024 with the intention of reading them all, and I did not get to them. I think I need to do that. There's information in there that's going to help me, so I'm gonna do that. And so, those are my resolutions, I guess. Just committing a little bit more to this from a professional standpoint because it is my favorite thing to do. And playing the drums in this podcast and they all kind of mix together into the writing and I'm trying to bring my worlds together into some kind of harmony as best I can and make something of this information that I have, of this capability that I have to communicate and hopefully, do some good in the world. And so all that means more exciting podcasts because I find it's the best way to think with others, by yourself. Writing is thinking, but I think podcasting is thinking as well. So for those of you that listen all around the world, Happy New Year. Happy holidays. I hope you are well. I hope you are safe. And I hope you are enjoying time with your families and time to reflect and be amazed at this miracle that we're here at the same time. So, yes, with that, thank you very much for listening to Piece of Chaos. I appreciate you so much. And look forward to more episodes this year. And Happy New Year.
come with might. For the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that rings in the nights, repeats and repeats.